Good evening. I want to play a game. For months, you have been watching D play music. For months, you have been watching his lives and being entertained. Have you been entertained? Well, first you must make sure you like and subscribe. Then you must hit the notification bell so you may be notified when he's going live. But you have enjoyed this content and have not done either. So, because of your error, you will be punished by watching his live and watching his favorite horror movies and pickup lines. Let's get the show started. Yo, what's up? Let me get back in my mode. I thought that y'all would enjoy that, so I decided to do something different this time and have some fun with you. So anyway, it's Halloween. My one of my favorite special holidays. I wouldn't call it holiday, it's a special day. But for me, somebody that grew up watching horror movies all the time, man, listen, every time Halloween comes around, I'm ready for it because I watch movie after movie after movie. And so my love for horror movies goes back like years, even when I was a baby. But not baby, but maybe 4, 5. But the one thing y'all gonna be tripping out, man. This is crazy. The one thing that scared me more than horror movies were Rocky movies. Rocky movies scared me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Rocky movies used to always do that dang on slow motion thing where he was getting punched and I couldn't take that. Apollo Creed, every time he hit him, it would slow down and everything. I would be tripping, like, yo, I can't take it. And I'm gonna give y'all a funny story. So my father actually took me, my brother and sister, and I. We went out to watch one movie, Rocky 3, I think it was. Yeah, it was Rocky 3. My father took us to see Rocky 3. But he first took us to see Poltergeist. He took it. My father used to do that all the time, make it a whole day thing with his children. So anyway, so my father used to take us out to watch this stuff. And I sat through Poltergeist the whole time, right? But then when it got to Rocky 3, I couldn't take it because Mr. T was punching him. And when he knocked him out the first time, thank you. Yeah, Jason, so am I. But when he knocked him out the first time, it was like, bam. And so when they was about to fight again, Apollo trained them and everything else, and they were about to fight again. And I literally got up and walked out the theater and did not come back for the Rocky movie. But when the Poltergeist movie happened, I was there for it. It's weird. I couldn't take the blood and gore. And even to this day, even though I just did the Saw thing, I couldn't take the Saw thing because the Saw thing was like blood. I remember I went to the movies and they was picking out his brain or operating on his brain. I got up and walked out. I just absolutely couldn't do it. I know y'all looking at me like I'm crazy, but this is just how I was. I didn't like Rocky movies where he always got punched. It was the slow motion. I couldn't take it. But anyway, I wanted to open up the show a little bit different. I'm going to be only before you like an hour. So if you got an hour of your time, I appreciate it. But like it was said before, make sure you like and subscribe on my YouTube page so you'll be notified when I'm going live. Hit that bell so you'll be notified when I'm putting up content or whatever. I got a few things that I need to post, and when I get the chance, I'm going to post it. But yeah, thank you for joining me tonight. Here we go. Now, I want to talk about something before we get on to I know you here for the pickup lines, but I want to give you my top five horror movies real quick. Since it's Halloween, we don't get a chance to do this all the time. It's one day of the year that we get to actually have fun watching horror movies and talk about it. So I'm going to run down my top five Halloween or horror movies of all time. Now, mind you, I'm about to show my age right now. I'm about to show you how old I really am. So don't laugh at me too much. But these horror movies I'm about to post, they were impactful to me. I mean, listen, they had me up at night sometimes. They had me like, whoa. See, the horror movies now, they're not necessarily scary. They're entertaining, but they're not scary. And a lot of them now have some kind of political um underlining meaning. But back in the day, Horror movies were horror movies. Kill 'em up, just die kind of movies. Hack and slash, the hack and slash I was okay with. But here are my five. Let's start with the fifth one on my top five. Number five is a classic. It's The Shining. Now, y'all probably said The Shining. Listen, this movie was impactful to me because for a long time, even to this day, when it's a hallway in a hotel and I'm at, I'm kind of like, is blood gonna come down this hallway? Is somebody gonna be walking backwards saying red rum? Is gonna be two chicks that look alike? That movie, if you ever seen The Shining, y'all know what I'm talking about. That movie is a trip, and for me to have watched it when I was younger, it freaked me out. And even to this day, like I said, to this day, it's still I'm like, oh no, this movie messed me up. But while I'm talking, put your top five horror movies down in the comment section. I want to see your top five horror movies. I want to know your top five horror movies. Okay. Number four. I think it was very scary too, B. I actually think that with that movie, it was so much going on with that movie that you just didn't know. And it was freaky. If you saw the ending, I mean, I'm gonna give it away because by now you should have seen the Shining. But if you saw the ending, it was crazy because it was like history repeating itself. It was like he was there before, and it was like how this hotel just messed with your mind. That was the beauty of Stephen King, his books and his movies. It was like it pulled you in and it made you be like, "Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy." You know, having watching this movie and how it transpired, how he went from a sane individual, a regular writer, and then just freaked out. That movie was crazy. So yeah, but here we go. Number four. I'm sure you know this one. Nightmare on Elm Street. Now I think I'm gonna get somebody to give me an amen on this one. Nightmare on Elm Street was pretty hectic. This movie right here, it definitely brought, man, it put me, listen, Salem's Lot, Halloween, Friday 13th. Okay, Friday 13th I give you, but Friday 13th started getting stupid after a while, but I did like the first four. I did like the first four. Now, Jason Takes Manhattan, that was by far the most entertaining to me because it was funny. When he punched that dude was going heads up with him. I give him, yeah, I give him that, but no. But Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, that movie was crazy because that's when he used to have those, and it used to mess me up, y'all. Seriously. The first time I saw it was at my uncle's house in Glen Park in Gary, Indiana. And when I watched that movie, I was like, yo, I wanted to give my life to God because I didn't want to see Freddy. That was crazy because he was so evil. And then, like they always do, they keep on making movies and it started getting stupid. But the first one, it can never be matched. I did kind of enjoy the one when the dude had the what was that one with the little boy? And every time he had a sleeping pill, it would go deep. What was that? The New Nightmare? I think I liked that one. That one was okay. But the first one, yeah. Let's keep going. Number three. Hey, Limitless, how are you? Number three, The Conjuring. It don't matter which one. All of them jacked me up. Every single one of them had me losing sleep because, listen, exactly. Listen, Nightmare on Elm Street messed me up so bad, Lakeisha. I couldn't agree with you more. It messed me up pretty bad. But this Conjuring, anything that has to do with this kind of stuff, man, when it comes to Annabelle, when it comes to, man, just the regular stuff with that nun one, oh man, you cannot watch The Conjuring. I guarantee you cannot watch The Conjuring by yourself at dark, at night, at any time. None of them. None of them. Because they are, for one, what freaks me out about The Conjuring is the fact that there's real audio tape of some of the stuff that they dealt with. Like the last one they did, The Devil Made Me Do It, there's audio of that. They actually dealt with this kind of stuff. So to me, that was too much for me. So The Conjuring, but I did like it because, I'm a horror movie fanatic. I just like horror movies. So I sit and be like, oh God, I shouldn't be watching this, but I can't get enough of them. I just love horror movies. Okay. Number two. Drag Me to Hell was, oh yeah. Drag Me to Hell was bad. I'll give you that. But my number two, listen, I cannot take clowns. If you ever want to see me scared of anything, it will be a clown. Partially because of this movie. And not even just the new ones. The older ones were just as bad. The old Pennywise was just as bad as the new remake. The new remake, he took it to another level. He was on one. But the old one was like, he was on one too. I mean, that I just don't like clowns. And I think it's because of this. I just can't do clowns. And when I saw this, Killer Clowns from Outer Space was stupid, but I still didn't like them because they were clowns. So it still kind of messed me up because of Pennywise. Pennywise is, man, listen, I know he was like, they said he was an alien, but I think it was deeper than that, man. Something was wrong with that dude. The way he messed with people, I just can't do that. Which one you gonna watch, Limitless? I might watch it tonight, both of them. I did enjoy it. I love to watch it. That's the beauty of horror movies. You can't stand them, you scared of them, but if you love horror movies like I do, you definitely gonna want to watch them. You're gonna want to watch them over and over and over and over again because you're addicted. You're addicted to horror movies just like I am. And I just can't get enough of them, y'all. I just can't get enough of them. I just like horror movies. Okay, now y'all ready for my number one? My number one messed me up so bad till I didn't sleep for at least 3 months after I saw it. Now I'm about to show my age, but when I saw it, it blew my mind. Blew my mind, and I'm gonna show y'all what it is. Number one is The Exorcist. And I've seen this movie. This is the one horror movie that D cannot watch time and time again. I think I've seen The Exorcist maybe 4 times, and 2 of those were the uncut version because the uncut version is off the chain. This chick literally ran down the steps backwards like a spider. And the thing is, no, paranormal activities, I don't mess with those either. But I only pick 5 because if we was to pick all my horror movies, we'd be here all night. Seriously. But with this exorcism one, with The Exorcist, the thing that messed me up the most was because I'm gonna get to that, B. The thing that messed me up about The Exorcist is the fact that, like The Conjuring, it's based on a true story. It's based on a true story. And the thing is, I remember, I'm going to tell y'all something, and it kind of puts us back in. We talk about Halloween movies, but let me tell y'all something that happened. I was 16 or 17 years old. We were in our holy convocation in Gary, Indiana. So the state convocation, Indiana, second jurisdiction. And people were leaving church, and there was one girl getting prayed for. And they were like, and she started, man, it started getting really, really bad, right? And they tell us the churches we grew up, they said if you weren't quote unquote saved, you should leave the church because that spirit gonna have to jump off on somebody. So I was in the back. It's this little area, like a vestibule area before you actually go into the church. So I was sitting back there with my friends, my cousins. I used to love convocations, used to love them, but we were actually, service was out, but we didn't even go downstairs in the whatever lobby or lounge area and talk. We were standing in the vestibule before you go into church. And we saw this girl start acting up. She was and so I was like, yo, this ain't good. When that one lady started praying for her, and I lie not to you, my brother and sister, they were there. This girl hair stood up on ends, just like this. It went up just like that. After that, I was gone down the stairs, out the door, in my car, going home. That was it for me. I was done with that service at that particular time. I just couldn't take it. That freaked me out. So that's how that's why movies like The Exorcist and Conjuring and those other movies that deal with paranormal activity, that deal with these kinds of spirits and stuff like that, that's why they kind of freak me out, because I know this stuff does actually happen. And even though, like, when I was a child, sometimes you chalk it up as a child as their what's they called? Their creativity, the way their mind works. They can create stuff, or their mind think they saw something, they think they saw something. But I was 16, 17. So I know what I saw. That was crazy. I got more stories like that. And so I don't mess with that. But now, I don't know. Somebody said something. Okay. Now, check this out. Now, let's go. Now, I have some honorable mentions. I have an honorable mention. This one messed me up, the Omen. The reason why this messed me up, because most of us that are Pentecostals, we always deal with eschatological stuff, end time, apocalyptic stuff. We always deal with that stuff. So when I saw the Omen, he was supposed to be the Antichrist. A lot of us, we're still trying to find our way of what the Antichrist is and what it isn't. And so back in those days, everybody believed that the Antichrist would be a man. Now there are some that believe the Antichrist is going to be a system. We really don't know. That's why you can only prophesy in part. We can get into that, but we won't today. But the Damien situation, that whole thing jacked me up. More so the first and the second one. The third one, I was like, they made him more human. I'm sorry, they made him more human, and I didn't really particularly care for it. But the first two, they definitely made it where he was like the devil. And the fact that he killed his cousin, and you could see his face all in the train on the wall. Oh, that and I was young when I first saw it. And that messed me up like no other, y'all. For real. And I'm still waiting on some of you to put your top 5. We were always told to lean downward and pray. And they were praying demons and taking children in the basement. Yeah. And I agree. That's what we used to do too. Like I said, I grew up Pentecostal. They just said pretty much if you wasn't saved, don't be in there. Which mean everybody pretty much under 25 was running up out of there because, we were doing stuff that 25-year-olds and under did. Cussing, doing stuff, our thoughts. I mean, when the way I was raised, unfortunately, if you so much as breathe through one nostril, they said you were sinning. So we felt like we wasn't saved anyway, and we always was questioning our salvation. So when something like that happened, you always be like, man, I'm not really saved. That demon gonna jump on you. But I would be here to tell you right now, there is no demon in hell that can touch you if you were in Christ. And it don't matter about what you learned when you were a child. You got to really, really research and understand the Bible for yourself. Them demons can't mess with you. Not if you got the power of Christ. So, but back then, that's what I believe. Was out of there, was going home, because I had thought at least at 16, 17, my hormones, it was at 1 million. Now, I wasn't participating, but as a 16-year-old boy, my thoughts was always on something that was unclean. So when that spirit would have jumped off, it'd be like, oh, I ain't got far to go. Let me get up in this dude. Let me handle my business with him. And so, yeah, that movie messed me up. That movie. Now, y'all ready to laugh? My second honorable mention is, don't laugh, Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn messed me up, y'all. First of all, they had all them biblical names. That's the first thing. Secondly, I live in Indiana. I was born and raised in Indiana. If you go anywhere past Maryville, you're going to see farmland. And where I even reside now, there's all sorts of farmland everywhere. Farmland everywhere. Corn. So I remember the first time I saw Children of the Corn, right after that, I think we had to go to like Midwest Conference or something in Iowa. Now, those of you who ever driven from any Indiana to Iowa, once you get to Iowa, it's going to be corn. And so I was so freaking scared of Children of the Corn that this was going to stop and I was going to get my head cut off by some dude named Malachi or Isaac. And when he came back, I don't have that thing up and running. Hold on. I ain't got it up and running. But when he came back, he was like, he was like, he wants you too, Malachi. He wants you too. That messed me up. I could not take that. When he said he wants you too, Malachi, he came back. Oh, that was over. And I feared Children of the Corn and Corn more so from Children of the Corn up until I saw Jeepers Creepers. And then it was a wrap after that. When I saw Jeepers Creepers, I wasn't too much scared of Children of the Corn because it's somebody much, much worse than Children of the Corn. So it's like when I'm driving, even now, like when I go to the mall, I take what they call the back roads. You could take the highway to the mall out here, but I take the back roads and it's dark, no lights. Josiah Maddox could tell you about this. No lights, none. So if your car breaks down, and you're coming from the mall and back roads, you're gonna be scared because there's no lights. So if your lights go out and your car dies and the battery dies on that street, oh man, listen, you gonna when your car finally get fixed, you're gonna make a beeline to the bathroom to clean your underwear because you're gonna be scared. That road is just that dark. And so these horror movies, they get in your brain that when something happens when you left on a dark road or something like that, your brain remembers that, and you gonna be listen. This gonna best you gonna be like the blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus, and you gonna be ready to shout when you get out of it for real. So yeah, those are my horror movies. Tell me what you think. Do you think that's a reasonable list? You think, hey, I can't. You can't go wrong with it. We can debate all the other ones, but we can't debate it. It messed up a lot of people. There's some people that no longer will eat Fruit Loops or anything with colorful. They're gonna eat Raisin Bran now because they don't want to see nothing colorful. Because when they think of color cereal, they think of Pennywise. Seriously, especially when he was doing that dance, when he was doing like that. Oh no, that messed me up. That messed me up. Let me see yours. Location Nightmare on Elm Street, Trilogy of Terror, Jeepers Creepers, Final Destination. I could give you that on Final Destination too. Final Destination. Okay, now let me tell you. Let me see if y'all agree. It's a difference between being scared and being entertained. Final Destination was entertaining to me, but it wasn't scary to me. If that makes sense. So, like, you could watch a movie and be in it, like Candyman. I enjoyed Candyman. It didn't scare me. Y'all were looking to be scared or worried like y'all did the first one. I wasn't. It entertained me. I don't scare too much now, except for when it's The Conjuring. But yeah, I don't scare too easily right now. And that's what that was for me. I hated Rosemary Baby. You know what? You going back. I remember Rosemary Baby. That didn't scare me, but that was freaky. That was freaky. I remember Rosemary's Baby. Man, you went back on that one. You any other horror movies? Any other ones? I'll wait. But listen, now you cannot have horror movies without having some ones that were horror movies, but they weren't necessarily meant to be horror. They're called comedy horrors. Oh, try to avoid that. Nah, you can't avoid it. It's gonna still come for you. I never heard of Student Bodies. What's that about, B? I never heard of that. But listen. Now I put together four of my favorite comedy horrors, and these are my all-time favorites. I could watch these 20 times, 20 million times over and over again. Real quick. Let's go. First of all, it's Ghostbusters. If you ever seen the original, not the new one, the original Ghostbuster, when he said there, he was like, well, Dana, I need Dana. He's like, he was like, there's no Dana, only Zool. She was like, no, I need Dana. I need Dana. There is no Dana, only Zool. Lady, that was crazy too. That was crazy too. That I like this movie was pretty good. I like Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters was good to me. They actually made a cartoon out of it. That's how popular the movie was. Okay, next one. Don't laugh, but I like Beetlejuice. This was a horror comedy, whatever. I like Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice was actually pretty good to me. I don't know if y'all agree, but Beetlejuice, that when he used the cartoon, they made a cartoon out of this. When they are real popular, they make a cartoon out of it. Beetlejuice was another one that I like. Now here's another one that I'm sure y'all gonna agree with. Scary Movie. This movie was funny to me. I was gagging at this movie. He was like, "Yo, what you doing? Nothing. Chilling, killing." I mean, dude, that is so funny to me. I don't know. Y'all may not like Scary Movie, but I did. Especially one part that I can't post here. I was gonna post it, but I wasn't. In Scary Movie 2, she was driving because I can relate to this. And most musicians can relate to this. Singers. When you riding in the car with a musician, let them sing it. Let them sing the song. When she was like, together, the lady was like, hey, would you shut up and let me sing it? I was like, yo, listen. And then what they did to that dude and his penis, you remember they showed this junk, man? Listen, no, that movie, all of them, well, one of them was stupid. It started getting stupid. That's why I think you should start let movies go. After you get away with it, yeah, wait. conjuring nun is Bathsheba? I didn't know that. I didn't. If you can post a link to that information, I didn't know that. Limitless. I didn't know that. That I want to research that. Wow, I didn't know that. Now, here's my last horror movie comedy, and then we're gonna move on. But check this out. Y'all got to admit that this movie right here was a gag. It had a little element of horror to it. It had a little element of horror to it, I think. I actually thought it was funny. I actually thought it was a very, very well done horror flick. I mean, comedy. It wasn't meant to be. I don't think it was ever meant to be scary. It was meant to be a comedy. I think they did a very, very good job with it. I mean, you could tell me if I'm wrong, but I think they did, and it was I enjoy it every time it comes on. Now, that was all my whole list. I hope y'all liked it. Let me know if y'all think my list was too weird or whatever, but it was a mixture of everything. Yes, you probably picked up the movies with the demons taking over people. Now, having said that, horror movies, they are starting to get kind of dumb. Or maybe because we've seen everything. We've seen dolls, we've seen killer wolves, we've seen birds, zombies. Oh, we've seen zombies to death. We've seen vampires, werewolves, stinky booties. I mean, we've seen every kind of horror movie that could possibly be. So when we look for a horror movie now, what do we look for? Everything's been done. The only movie that we have not seen be made into a horror movie already is something that should happen where those of us who are believers, like the rapture and what's going to happen after that, because that is a horror show. We ain't seen nothing like that. Nothing that really is done. I mean, well, Stinky Booties is a horror within itself, Miss Lynn. It is. It's not a good thing. It absolutely not. Because I'm scared every time I sit next to some people because I know it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. All right. So let's move on. Now, it's not often on Halloween we have to deal with dumb things. And I've been seeing a lot of posts a lot lately. Yeah, no, Left Behind had me laughing. I can't believe a movie could be that retarded. But I mean, I'm not to shoot on you, but yeah, I didn't like Left Behind. I think it could have been better done. But it's not often I have to. Well, it is often because every week I get on to something dumb. But let's just move on, y'all. Listen. There has to be something done about these posts. And they usually stem from a few people. And I don't like to go at people that I care about. And I'm not. But I would just hope that people would stop posting stuff that we know to be hilariously stupid. But today, because it's going to lead into my next segment, we're about to deal with the pickup lines now. But I wanted to do this right quick because listen, if a man comes over and the trash is full, I expect him to take it out when he leaves, whether he lives there or not. Ladies, on looking at this, you probably be like, well, a man come over your house, he should want to take out the trash. But this is problematic on more than one occasion. Number one, why she said the trash is full. So that means it was full before you invited a man to come over to your crib, whether it's your friend, whether it's your family, and especially if it's somebody you want to kick it with. Now, having said that, why would a man want to come to your house if he knows if your trash is all the way full? And which means it was like that for a while. It had to get to the point to be full because ain't nobody filling up a trash that fast unless they cleaning out their fridge or their cabinets or something like that. And so that kind of made me look side eye like, okay, what kind of house are you keeping that your trash is this full? But even still, if I'm invited over your house and I look and I see the trash, more likely with me, I'm gonna say, would you hey, let me take that out. Could you and I would like you got something I could wrap it up, or most of these had them pull strings. I would have pulled that up and be like, I'm gonna take this out. Unless of course you live on the west side of Chicago, then I'm not taking that out. Because I may not make it back. I'm just saying, I may not make it back. And so this turned into a conversation where people were going at people for saying that, hey, you was wrong, like the men. Let me put it up again. Let me see if you see something that listen, watch this. Let's see the word that stuck out to most men. Can y'all figure it out? Put it up, put it in my comments. Let me see it. I'm watching them right now. Let me see the word that was problematic to most men. Find the word. I'm gonna wait till I see somebody post it. Post something. Thank you, Tony. Tony on it. It's that expect word. What do you mean you expect? No, you don't expect nothing. See, let me explain. Part of reason why I've decided to do more relationship stuff is not because I'm no relationship guru. It's not. What I'm really trying to do is help bridge the gap between men and women, especially us, because the gap can be no bigger. Did y'all know that beyond? I think it's like, what's the ages? When you make less than 100,000, it's a 69% or something like that divorce rate. 69%, and you less likely to get remarried. I want to stop all that. I want to make sure we see eye to eye. I want to help women to understand what men like, what men think, or what men want. And I want to hear from you what you need from us so we can have this dialogue. That's why I switched it up. We still gonna do make it make sense, but I want to use these segments to help us understand. And stuff like this does not help you women who agree with this foolishness, because men believe that you guys, not all of you, but a lot of you, have some crazy sense of entitlement that you can expect a man to do for you. Now, let me ask you this. If you come to his house and he has dishes in the sink, can he post and say, I expect those to be done by you? No. And somebody said, well, they're not the same thing. They absolutely are the same thing, because one of them is something that men are expected to do. Take out the trash. Most of us know that. Men take out the trash. Men take out the trash. Roll the trash out, right? Then do men wash dishes in a traditional home? Or does the lady do that? So I'm confused on why you should say I expect. And all the women that agree, and trust me, when I watch these posts like this, I go to your page. I go to your page. And I want to see what you are. And you know what I look, and when I find out, a lot of these women that's agreeing with that, they single in the mug. Bruh. When I go to your page and see that, that's what I see. Single. With kids plastered all on your page. Let me give you a little bit of advice, ladies. I'm not against you having kids. I'm not. But if you are in the dating market, let me steer you in another direction. Try the best you can to limit that. Let that be a conversation between you and the man. Because if we go to your page, you got a plethora of kids looking like that lady from Tales from the Hood with all those puppets. That's gonna make a man be like, I don't know. I don't know about that. But anyway, to say you expect a man to take out trash, that's not good, y'all. That's not good. Now, I'm telling you, some stuff I'm going to say, you're going to be like, I don't like that. I understand that, but I'm just trying to help you understand what men think. So if you understand how men think, you could better strategize how you're going to go about getting them. And when you guys talk, you can talk to them about what we like, or something that we do that you don't agree with. You can have this conversation so we can be better together. Okay? So hopefully that helped you. Stop doing that. No, you don't expect a man to do nothing. We come to your house, it need to be clean. But here's the problem. Most of the dudes you invite to your house ain't there to take out trash. They not. They there to treat you like trash. They're there to smash and then leave. And so you expecting them to do that? No, the man that you want to marry, you don't need to expect him to do nothing, because he's going to come in and be like, girl, what is the, like somebody said, there is no way, unless you are eating graham crackers every day, you can have a full garbage and it not stink. So when he come in your house, he going to smell it, and it's not going to be good, and it's going to linger in his brain. He's still going to hit, but after that, He ain't gonna want to have nothing to do with you. He surely is not gonna want you to be in charge of the upkeep of his home. No. So I thought that would help you. Hopefully it did. So anyway, leave your comments. We're gonna move on. Y'all probably noticing what I got on. Right now, this is a t-shirt that I bought, I purchased, I supported one of my friends. Her name is B. Mathis. This is a t-shirt that says, be yourself. Now, for the ladies, it says, honey, be yourself. For the men, it just says, be yourself. It has a logo on it. It's called Be Yourself. And listen, she has a whole line. So if you are interested, I think she's maybe watching still. Her name is B. Mathis. She thinks she got some little fashion. She all right. She all right. She came up in there with some snakeskin heels today. Everybody in the church was looking like, really, B? Is this what we doing? But she has a good listen. This it's actually taking off, y'all. Y'all might want to support her. B, if you're in there, leave some information so people know how to get to you and get some. She sells hoodies, shirts. They're nice and they're listen. Y'all know I do my t-shirts too. These are very, very good quality t-shirts. I like you could feel the material and the way she presented it was actually pretty. Hey, you get a plus from me, B. You do because she presented it in a way like I actually felt like I made a real purchase, and it came professionally wrapped, sealed wrapped, and she came to me talking about, well, I apologize, it wasn't so good. No, it was good because some people be like, here you go, Ninja. So I'm happy for you, B. I'm glad that you're doing your thing. Hey, y'all check it out. Leave your stuff, your however they can get in contact with you, B. Really, and y'all need support her. Support her. It's really good quality. It really, really is. I these t-shirts, they are not made on Gildan. No, it's not. And it's a reasonable price, actually. This is a very, very, very good t-shirt. I'm kind of mad that I wore it today because I probably could have wore it to work tomorrow. This is a very, very nice t-shirt. It has a little logo. You see it's shimmering. It's glistening. It's glistening, y'all. She's on Facebook, y'all. She's on Facebook. So if y'all interested in the shirt, and she can get all the colors. Like I said, men, it's be yourself for the men. It's honey be yourself. Well, for some of you men, you may want to rock the honey be yourself. Do you? But yeah, it's called Honey Be Yourself, and her name is B. IG Be Yourself. She's putting on her information right now. I'll be sharing it. Go back and watch it. And go back to watch this show. And support her. Please support my friend. I'll be doing this. I have a friend that does makeup. I'll be supporting her, putting her. No, I'm not going to do makeup. Well, I did it before, but I'm not going to do real makeup. That was to prove a point, y'all. I will do that, but I have a friend. I'm going to put something together for her, and I'm going to be, giving her a little push on my show too. All right, y'all ready? Look, let's move on now. The real reason why you're here. I'm sure you've heard it. Baby, you look good in those jeans. Let me get your number. Yeah. Pickup lines. I want to know, ladies, what is the craziest pickup line that you've heard? And what's the best pickup line? Do they actually work? Should we stop doing them? So that's the topic of the day. We're going to be talking about pickup lines. It's the topic of the week, actually. So I've been seeing a lot of people, a lot of men, especially getting put on blast. Do y'all get pleasure out of doing that, ladies? When somebody come at you and they don't come right, correct? Is it better for you to just put them on blast on Facebook and say his game was weak instead of just, helping us out, telling us? Because there is no school of thought to approach you. Really, most of us, we would say, well, just approach you. Just approach him. So if I came to you, pause, if I showed up to you and I was like, walked up to you, was like, yeah, how you doing? Hi, my name is Derek. What is your name? Hi, nice to meet you, Patrice. I saw you from the other side of the restaurant and you look amazing to me. And I just simply had to come to you and introduce myself to you. Is there any way I can contact you? Do you have any information? Because I would love to have a conversation with you and perhaps take you out sometime if you will allow me. Give me that pleasure. Okay. Thank you very much. You'll be hearing from me. Enjoy your meal. Enjoy the rest of your day. I was to do if I was to do that, ladies, would that have worked? I came to her straight up correct. I didn't ask for nothing. I didn't ask to slap her booty. I wouldn't. Did it work? Would it have worked? Me coming to you straight like that. Does that actually work? Mm. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Most men would want to do that. It's not that we're afraid to be rejected. We don't like it. And some of the ways that you guys come at us after, especially somebody you're not attracted to, you have a way to give us a look that make us be like, really? Like we come up to you, hey, what's your name? You like who you talking to? Men, we remember that. So men have come up with some crazy ways to get your attention because to us, to most men and most men that I talk to, it's like we don't lose nothing. It's like I'm gonna throw this out here or whatever. We don't think it's gonna work, but we can at least be like, well, I ain't really tried because if we put ourselves all the way out there, we are not afraid to be rejected, but we just don't. We don't like it. And that's why men come up with these pickup lines. And some of them, man, it must be jelly because jam don't shake like that. You know, stupid stuff like that. But see, we say it jokingly. So if you turn around and smile and laugh, that smile and laugh, that's when we think, oh, wait a minute, I said something she liked. Now the idiots will go back and be like, and try to add to that with more lines. But smart person would probably be like, hey, she kind of like that. Let me go holler. Hey, gay girl, what's your name? Now, having said that, I think some pickup lines do work. I think they do work. I think they dumb. But I want to know, ladies, do they actually work on you? And how should a man approach you? If a man is smooth enough, what if he's not smooth enough? Will you still give him a chance? I think sometimes the way women look when we are approached, it does. And I agree. Because you can give, like I said, you can give us a look that make us think that, man, I really like her. Because a lot of you, especially when you get yourself together, we want to come and talk to you, but we are confused as to how. Because if we go to you the right way, unless we look a certain way, and Lord, if we don't have our best going on, we may have just gotten off work. I work with children. I'm on the floor a lot of times, so I'm not gonna wear my best gear to my job. I'm not. Now, sometimes they see me when I'm headed to the airport, they be like, dang, you definitely, put together, but not in my job. So if I was to be looking and I went to the mall and I saw a woman I wanted to talk to and I went up to her, first thing she looking at me, I'm gonna be apprehensive to do that. You see what I'm saying? Because I know y'all could be pretty harsh. Pickup lines work if they are humorous. Well, who dictates that they are humorous? How do you know? Some men are not naturally funny. So you could possibly miss the man that could be what you need because we don't know. Men really struggle sometimes how to approach you, especially now. See, back in the day, we could just do what I just did and it would work. It doesn't work these days, ladies, because some of your constituents have made it really, really difficult for a man to come up to you. So what we'll do, we'll wait for you to come for us. You just funny. We don't want it. Oh, all right, Limitless. I see you. So yeah. So for me, I used to be one to use pickup lines to see, you kind of throw it out there, see if you can catch something. But I don't think they work like that, ladies. I don't. I think y'all have in y'all mind what y'all see y'all like. And if he was to approach you in any kind of way outside of being immoral or disrespectful, you'll probably be going. You'll laugh at his weak jokes. You'll laugh at all of that. That's what I think. That's what we've been led to think. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Help me out. What is the best? Forget all the humorous stuff. Forget all that other stuff. What is the best way men can approach you to get the results that we both want? What is the best way? Should we come to you straight up direct? Let me help you out. Say, for instance, you in Forever 21, even though you're 49. and you shopping for some clothes to wear, right? You see a man that you find desirable. You like the way he look. You like the way he's carrying himself. His hair is cut. He's got the nice complexion. You like him. He looks at you. Y'all make eye contact. At that moment, it's something that you could do to let us know, hey, a little smile, even if the crack of your right here curves up just a little bit, we own it. Because if you frowning, we scared. Or you got a straight face. Because, like, I'm sure you heard this line. Smile, girl, smile, beautiful. Y'all like, it's not funny when it's used up. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but it's like, y'all see the struggle, though. I'm glad you guys are here. You'll see the struggle because it's like, how do we, and some of y'all be like, he ain't smooth enough. I don't know about all that because what may work on one woman ain't gonna work on another. It ain't gonna work a million times. And so a man coming to you trying to get your attention, trying to be real with you, I just think that kind of puts him out there to be shut down. And like I said, it'd be different if y'all was like, hey, you know what? I'm just not interested or whatever. But just get away from me. Yeah, no. That ain't good. That's where I'm at with it. Found a man track that they can easily say absolutely not. And that's the point. That's what I'm saying. So, which brings me to this, which is the ultimate point. If a man you do not find attractive came to you really, really nice, and he was spitting real good, he said all the stuff that you would want a man to, whatever, would you give him a shot? Just put yes or no. That's all I need to see, yes or no. If a man that you were not physically attracted to at first glance, maybe he had a rough day, but at first glance, you didn't know nothing about him for what you saw, but he came to you, correct, everything, said the right things, would you still give him a real chance, not just give him a Facebook thing and blow him off and ignore him? No, really have a real conversation. If he called, you pick up and have a conversation with intent to really go out with him. Would you do it? Okay, Tony says yes. Okay, Lakeisha says yes. And I agree. I agree with you, Limitless. So I'm glad y'all saying that. I'm not gonna say you capping. Now let me ask those same women. Has there ever been a time when you turned down a man that you wasn't attracted to that came to you correct? Yes or no? Was there ever a time when a man came to you correct, or he came to you halfway correct, just showed interest, and he wasn't disrespectful, he was really nice to you, that you said no? That you was like, nah, I ain't going, I'm not feeling him. I just want to know. But okay, Limitless, how okay, good, that's good. But how do we know? How do we gauge that? How do we gauge that? How do we gauge if you are ready to have those conversations? We can't read minds. How are we supposed to know? And so yeah, you have. So y'all have curved men. And so that's what I'm saying. So I want to understand, what could those same men, was it out of the picture? If you saw that same man, he was cleaner or whatever, would you have given him a chance? And is it possible that that person that you turned down could have been somebody that you really, really, really could have really vibed with had you given him a chance? I think I said all that to say, pickup lines, I think they're kind of childish at times. You wouldn't have gave him a chance. She said no. But I've said all that. The reason why I wanted to do pickup lines, because I know why men use pickup lines. I've used them over my life. I know why. And a lot of times we feel like if we come to you correctly, we're not going to get the results that we want. A lot of good men, they refer to their pickup lines that they know most of the time not going to work. And here's the crazy thing. They don't use pickup lines when it comes to chicks that they know they can just go smash. Why do we resort to pickup lines with the women that we want to be with? The women that was so beautiful or whatever that we said, look, I need to be with this woman. I need to make her my wife. We resort to pickup lines. There is a reason. Because we are scared. We're not scared, but we don't want to deal with that rejection. Because if we put ourselves, can you call it fear? Probably. We put ourselves out there for this woman we thought was going to be the missus, and y'all shoot us down. That's why. So if you get hit on by somebody just doing pickup line, it's maybe because they're ignorant, or maybe because they don't know if you're gonna really vibe with them. And they scared that maybe scared. I can say scared. Maybe they scared that you're gonna shoot them down. You were scared. The friend zone. I don't know. The friend zone. The thing about friend zone that makes me jitter is because it's almost like you putting us on deck. So when everything doesn't work out, you still got this ram in the bush. I think sometimes putting us in the friend zone, that's kind of unfair. And most of the time, I've seen the person that you put in the friend zone was actually the one that you should be with, but they gonna get tired of being in that friend zone, and that's gonna cause problems. The friend zone is cool if they know they in the friend zone, but here's the thing: when you put men in the friend zone and they give you advice, are they gonna be as real as I am giving you advice? Because they gonna give you advice based off of what end that they want. Because if they in the friend zone, they really want to be with you. Can you really, really? How do you know they're not being disingenuous? How do you know that? But again, like I said, pickup lines, they work for certain kind of woman. But I don't think none of y'all it works on. I think it works on certain kind of woman, and that end is sex because that's the end. So I'm physically attracted to you. I'm gonna throw something out there. I don't really care if it's stick or not because I don't have no plan to be with you beyond that night or a few times after that. But the woman that we want to be with, the woman that we definitely need, the woman that we feel like I can give you my last name Hearn, we resort to that because it's the vibe. Like you said, somebody said the vibe. I agree with you. I think Limitless said that. It's kind of crazy because it's the vibe thing, but the little smile. Every relationship should start in the friend zone. Every relationship should start in friends. I don't think every relationship should start in friend zone. Because the friend zone, it has boundaries that most likely will never be explored. That's why they say the friend zone. Nobody puts somebody in the friend zone with the thought to pull them out of there. They put them in the friend zone because that's what they want them to be. You're gonna stay there. At least that's what we think. When a woman come telling me, or most of my friends, they be like, "Oh, I got them in the friend zone." My mindset is, "Oh, this is your whatever." I can't say the rest, but this is your ram in the bush. Pause and no pause. And I think that for men, that's not gonna be a winner. I mean, that's just what I'm thinking. That's what most men think. That's what most men that I talk to, when we say we being put in the friend zone, for us, that mean we never gonna get out of that mug. That mean we on deck. So when Jaquanius or Roberto don't work out, then you come sobbing on our shoulder, and we gotta be, I mean, I can say every relationship should start off as friends, but not the friend zone. I think the friend zone is something totally different than just being friends. I haven't had a relationship yet that didn't start off as friends, but they didn't put me in no friend zone. And if they did, I didn't know about it. But if they said, "No, he in my friend zone," I'm listening to the other dudes they got in their friend zone, and you saying we friends, so we just friends. Okay, I'm just telling you, this is what we think. Because people rush. Um, I think people rush. No, I don't. Okay. I think being friends is cool. Being friends, you got to start off with friends. But I'm not gonna waste my time on my energy seeking something relationship with a woman that just wants to keep me friends. You see what I'm saying? If I want more from you than just being a friend, how long am I going to chase you or try to woo you to see that I want to be more while you keeping me in the friend zone, in your friend zone? Because eventually I'm going to get frustrated. because I want to move forward with you, not necessarily fast, but you saying in the friend zone, you're not, let me say this, you're not in the friend zone if you know I'm interested in you romantically. And we have gone dates romantically. We're not in the friend zone. I don't date my friends. I don't go out with my friends to romantic dinners. I don't go, that's what I'm saying. I don't do that. My friend, I have a friend, my best friend, both of them are women. And we don't go on romantic dates like that. But women that I've dated, or I went out and had romantic interest in, yes, we could be friends. That's fine. But you know I want to date you. So we're going out with the intent for me to show you that I want to be more than just your friend. I think in a way, if women think like that we're just doing this just to be your friend, then that's not good. Because I would tell you, most men ain't thinking that. If we want to be with you, we accept you putting us there to be friends to start. But that's not gonna last long. It's not gonna last long. I don't think that's gonna last long. I can almost guarantee you it's not gonna last long. He gonna get frustrated because he don't want to be there. It's like you saying you want to hold him there until you don't even. No, no, I don't necessarily agree with the friend zone thing. The terminology. I think all relationships should start as friends. I want to marry my best friend, but I don't want to marry somebody that my best friends stay there. They know we will never cross that line. That's my friend zone. You are there to stay. But if I put somebody that has romantic interest in me in the friend zone and they know they there and we met with the intention that I wasn't attracted to you, how I want to be your friend. No, I was attracted to you. I'm attracted to you. I want something more. Don't put me there and think I'm just going to sit there forever. That's not going to work for a man. It's not going to work. I just don't think it's going to work. And so instead of saying, I'm not feeling you, it's not hard. D, I'm not feeling you like that. We just going to be cool. Then I know. And you're going to see how fast, you're going to see how fast he fade away. He going to fade to black because he's not going to want to deal with that. I got enough friends. I don't, if I'm looking for a woman and she come telling me we could be friends, we can be friends. Maybe a Facebook inbox or every now and then, but that's going to be it. I'm not taking you out. That's why I got Lauren and Stephanie. If I'm going to do that with my friends, it's going to be them. What do you say? If you want to go, and that's a fair play. That's a fair play. Don't go out and don't take their money. And well, he want to take me out, but you understand that's no different than a man saying doing something sexual with you. You taking his resources, you taking the things that's valuable to him, and you wasting it knowing you don't really want to be with him like that. That's not cool. That's not cool. Let's not do that. No, it doesn't. And it's always, here's the thing. Friend zones are perpetual. I don't know too many people pulling that person out of the friend zone, unless, of course, it's to satisfy them for the second. And then they're going to put them right back in the friend zone when they meet some. And you know the bad part about it? I know the friend zone thing. I've been there. It's almost like I was never good enough to be your number one. And you will keep me here because I was the shoulder to cry on. I was the one to give you advice. I was the one that made you laugh. I took your phone calls when you wanted to talk about the person that did you wrong. And so when I'm thinking it's my time to come out this friend zone and be the man that you really need and that I want to show you that I can be, you will let me out, cry on my shoulder, and in some instances have sex with me. So I'm thinking we together, and then here comes Julio, and I'm back into the friend zone back again to be the shoulder you cry on. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you don't want to be with him like that, let him go. Tell him I don't want to have nothing to do with you, and it's never going to happen. And mean that. Don't go out with him. Don't take his money. Don't do nothing. Because if you take his money, he gonna think that's an investment. Don't do that. Don't take his money. Don't go out with him. And if you go out, it should be a double date with you and your man and him and his girl. Because if you keep him on that leash, what you gonna end up doing, and this is the scary part, that person that you thought was real cool with you, he's gonna become cold to you. He's going to treat you just like he treat any other woman that he disdains. And you don't want that. This is the person you cried on his shoulder. This is the person that you went to when you had a time of need. But you treated him unfairly, and he's going to pick it up. We're not dumb. Y'all think, some of y'all, not you, Tony, I mean, your friends, but there's some women out here that think men are dumb, especially black men. We're not. We just observe it. We just don't say everything. And we're going to pick it up. And you're going to be out here. And then when you 50 years old, we don't want it now. And you know what? Let's go here. Let's go here. When you do put these men in the friend zone, and I can speak this from personal experience, why do you get upset and now want to show him interest when somebody that's an upgrade to you come into the picture? When, because y'all check out that other woman and say, oh, there's this. Now you got to tick and find every little thing wrong with her because you want to keep him here. That ain't cool either. I've seen that. So my issue is here. If a man comes to you correct, make a decision right then and there. Now, women, you are allowed to have standards. If he ain't up to your visual standards, then you should be like, well, I'm not interested. Fine. But you ain't got to go on Facebook. This ninja tried to talk to me. He was ugly. No, just because he just ain't for me. Don't do that because we're not allowed to do that. Men are not allowed to do that because the post that I said was the dumbest post. I don't see men doing that to women. But I've time and time again through my timeline, I'm seeing over and over and over and over again women, particularly black women, going at black men in every little thing. And then when you go to their page, they single. Got to stop all that. And one of the things we could do, the friend zone thing, that don't work. But I would steer you not to do it. Well, I can't there know where some men play themselves like that all the time. Not all of us. But you're right. Now, understand a lot of stuff that I'm saying, there are exceptions to the rule. And I'm sure you know that. But yeah, there are some men that'll get out here and play themselves. But most of the time, men don't usually punch above their weight. Well, no. Most mature men, now these dudes, these idiots out here, yeah, they will do that. But most mature men, they gentlemen, they ain't gonna go there with you. They not. They not gonna go there with you. Now some will. I ain't gonna lie, some of them will. Just like some women, they nasty when they turn us down. So yeah, I give you that. But most mature men, like men on my stature, men that's professional, men that's got, know what they want and mature, they ain't gonna do all that because they gonna be like, oh dang, she just didn't want me. Now, if you come nasty, we might be like, well, dang, you ain't have to do all that. That would be the most of it. But I don't think most of the time we don't go there. And that's the you know what? You may be right. Nobody wants them, nobody that wants them. Nobody wants the people that want them. Let me say this, and then we can end this because I didn't want to be on here long. I think social media to a certain degree, like the shows like Catfish and all of that, it actually showed something though. Because you getting to know these people without even seeing them. You exchanging and whatever, you talking to them in a lot of instances, you meet these people or whatever, you seen, or even if you see their picture, you seeing them from the head up or pause, or you seeing them, in a way that they want you to see, makeup and or dudes with the haircuts and all of that. And the conversation that you may have with this person is more connecting. I think I really want to ask a few women if you were able to close your eyes and just listen to somebody, would you be able to tell that it would be somebody you would want to be interested in? Men too. What we do, because more men than women, because we're more visual. But would you be willing, would that actually work? Because like you said, People don't want who want them, and most of the times because of what they look like, not necessarily what they say. I think. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. But I really want to help us get better results out here. I don't think, especially us as a people, we should be better than over almost 60% unmarried. I think we should be better than that. And I think it's every week when we come on here, we're gonna have these discussions, these candid discussions, where we can see where I want to, and I'm happy that you guys have shared because the I listen, wait, I agree to a certain extent. They men like myself will approach you. We do. We make ourselves. How do you approach in the social media age? It's not like a lot of us see each other in person to walk up to anyway. We're sliding your inbox. I mean, a man throwing up 100 likes on all your pictures on Instagram, is that telling you, oh, this somebody is trying to get my attention? You know, I mean, how does this work in the social media age? I think men, we will approach you. We just come up with something to start a conversation. I think. Oh Jesus. Let me really limitless. This is where we at with it, right? You just go all the way there with it. Okay, limitless. We'll get you somebody that doesn't look like Ray Charles with no teeth. Okay, we'll see if we can work that out for you. But I enjoyed the conversation though. I really did. But I wanted to know from ladies, and I'm glad y'all helped me out. Should we just go now to end? Would you rather us just come out straight with our intentions and just say, like I did in the restaurant scene? Is it better for me to just come to you? Is it better? Me personally, I don't mind the whole friend thing. I actually, yeah, I like that idea. Let me be your friend. And most people, you find out that they friendly first, and you have that conversation, then it kind of goes somewhere else. But I don't mind that. The friend zone thing, that title is just it just rubs me the wrong way. But I do you should we give up doing pickup lines? Do they actually work? That's the last question. Should we give them up? Should we come correct and just say, look, I saw you, I like what I see, yada yada, not in that direct, but you get what I'm saying. Should we do it that way, or do you want to be smooth? Yeah, girl, I like the way your skin fit in those jeans. I want that skin to be around me. Yeah. Oh, you want that? Oh, heaven is mentioning an angel. You know what? Somebody been watching too much Boondocks over here. I like you and I want you. Now we can do this thing. That's the caveman mentality. That's the caveman mentality. But yeah, but I mean, but seriously, do you want us to come to you correct? I like the old school. Use your words. I respond to good morning, good evening, maybe none of that. Okay, not the hey baby or not. So what about beautiful? Hey beautiful, how are you this morning? I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. So does that work? Does the beautiful line work for you guys? Does that? I mean, I think that's getting overused now because we calling everybody beautiful. But does that line work? Hey, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful, and all of that. Does that work? Honestly, does that work? Good morning, beautiful. How are you this morning? See, my voice kind of deep. That would get me in trouble. Hey, beautiful, how are you doing? Hope you have a good day. That would get me in trouble. No. Yeah, but mean it. I mean, if I say, "Hey, beautiful," so you're saying that they're just saying it. It's just a word. Don't just say it as a pickup. The beautiful part be. So if I was like, so does a man respond to being told he's beautiful? Um, Sometimes it works. Sometimes handsome works, gorgeous works. Uh, what else? We like to be told about our strength. How strong we are and how smart we are. We like those kinds of compliments. Not handsome and gorgeous works, but man, you're strong. you smart, you assertive, stuff like that. Because men, that's their ego. It's that ego part of it that we like when you stroke that part of it to make us feel like we stronger and we matter. Being told that you lying. Yo, whatever, Tony. If they mean it. What do you mean, B, as far as being told you beautiful? But no, seriously, we don't. We rather have our ego stroked than you tell her. If you dealing with a man that care more about his looks, then something wrong with him, and he probably bad for the other team. I mean, seriously, we like men like myself, educated men, mature men. I mean, unless you don't shoot for the brokies, y'all don't like them anyway. No, most men on my level, when I say level, I'm not talking about finance, I'm talking about mentality. We like to be told that we smart. We like to be told that we're assertive. We like to be told that we're strong. We like to be told that how we're good leaders and stuff like that. Stuff that caters to our character. We don't necessarily, we care that you think we're beautiful and gorgeous and handsome, but something that caters to our character, our ability to lead, our strength, our mindset, that works more so for men like me than it does for a man that's lesser than me. So if you shoot yourself for somebody that's lesser than me and only cares about how they looks, after that looks, that's the only thing they got to offer you. And probably some Johnson. Now you say you got a big penis. I mean, yeah, you could, that works too, I guess. But for men like myself, it's more things important to us than that, because if only thing you care about is what he got between his legs and his beauty, then that's pretty much the extent of all he got to offer you, and the ability to play Madden football on your couch. I mean, just like I said, educated, strong, mature men, we don't care. We like that you say we handsome. We like that you say we gorgeous. We do like that, but it doesn't resonate as strongly with us as our ego saying, "Hey, you out here doing your thing. I'm proud of you," or "Man, you the man." You listen. That part of it to us, you're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. I did this. Me. I'm the only one that's doing this." Only a sugar mama would get away with saying that to a man. Yeah, and he gonna lay up on your couch and play football, college football, Madden. Um, what approaches work for men? Tight skirts. No, I'm just playing. Well, when you approach a man, he's gonna look at you first. Really, he's gonna look in what in judging what he sees that time from head to toe. You really ain't got to say much after that. I think the best conversation you can have as a lady is one that you don't even have to use your mouth to do, your appearance, because that's talking louder than what anything you could say to us the first time we see you. So that's the part that needs to be correct when you ready to step to a man. That's just the way it is. We look first. Men, we are visual. We do. That's our grade. That's something that most men would tell you. Hey, I see you, because we see you before we talk to you. I said clearly, we saw what we like and we went to talk to you. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to approach me, you just make sure that when I turn around and see, "Excuse me, sir," and I turn around and I look, if I'm liking what I'm seeing, we on. Well, yeah. That's how men get in trouble. Good looks and dumb. Yeah, but we don't know how dumb you are until we had a conversation. It's that initial look that gets us to talk to you in the first place. That's what I'm saying. We'll know you dumb. So we will decide if we're going to smash and keep going. These men, hey, trust me, that's what they think. Now, men like myself, I just won't deal with you because it's too drama. I don't like drama. I don't like drama, and I don't like stupidity. That's the biggest turn off to me. If I'm having a conversation with you, you can't keep up. I don't like that. That's not good for me. I think approaching a man is wrong. Uh, Let me ask you this. Looks good and dumb. Yeah, and that's looks good is good for a day or week. Dumb is not good for a lifetime. See where this is going? So you need to that person, like if that man wants them. But how do we know all these good looking women are dumb? They're pretty, a lot of pretty. And if that's the case, we ain't saying none of y'all ugly, and y'all appear to be very, very intelligent. So that goes that. there goes that. It's some very smart, good-looking women out here. So I don't know. So I think approaching let me deal with that limitless. Approaching a man is wrong. It depends on how you define approaching. If you because in this day and age, and we was just talking about that in a panel. Well, they were talking about it in a panel in church. Should a woman, should she chase a man? I don't think anybody should chase anybody. But if she makes herself known to him, if that's what you mean, maybe he didn't see you. I mean, I'm on the fence. It depends on how aggressive she was with that. If she was like, "Excuse me, sir, yeah, y'all do." Now let me tell y'all, I'm a musician, and when I'm at these gigs, this get real crazy. Y'all come to me, "Excuse me, yes, is your name D?" "Yeah, I'm D." Just start a conversation on politics, and to see her level of stupidity. Shoot, we can go to church. We can start that. You can, what? No, you need to keep up with me. I'm on something else. So you can't keep up, at least be willing to learn. And if you're not that, then yeah, that I get that. But they tap me on the shoulder, be like, D, your name D? Like, yeah, I'm D. Hi, how are you? Hi. Oh, I'm such a big fan of yours. Could you please? I would like to get lessons. I'm like, really? You want to get lessons? That's the old listen. Don't use that with us because wanting to get lessons for us is just really just being something else. You ain't trying to get no lessons. You are not trying to get no lessons. You ain't trying to get no lessons. We can stop that right now. You know good dang on well what you want when you ask me, can I get lessons? What's this lessons gonna be? Oh, if I show up to your crib, I was gonna give you lessons, but I left my bass in the car. Please, please stop it. Stop it. We're not doing that. But no, but I'm glad that we had this conversation. I had a good time with you guys. Thank you. So next week, listen, I got a whole line of topics we're gonna be talking about, y'all. I got a whole line of them. You hear me? I'm coming pause in advance. I'm come prepared. I come prepared. So now, one of the topics that I will be, it is, so what do we say and how do we say it? You want to approach a man, only thing you gotta I've been approached so many times about so many things, but most it's different for me because when I'm playing and in church realm, they know me for who I play for or whatever. Or I'm on stage, I play bass. Don't you play bass? Yes. That's how you usually spark a conversation with me. But if it's a man that you see somewhere, say for instance, you pumping gas, and you see the most handsome man you ever seen in your life, but he looking at his watch and pumping his gas. So at that moment, you don't know if you're gonna see him again, right? You have a decision to make. How do I get this man's attention? So it's really, I wouldn't say you need to approach him. You just need to get his attention. Now, if you feel like I'm gonna go over here and make myself known, that's on you. But me personally, I'm looking at it like this. You are somewhere where you don't know if you're gonna run into this person ever again in life. Are you willing to let this man get in his car and drive away without even having laid eyes on you? So that's the decision that you have to make, and what works best for you at that particular time. You may be like, you know what, I left some pop and now I'm gonna go get some pop. And you walking by, you endowed. You wore the best jeans that show all your endowments. So you gonna make sure you gonna walk up in that gas station and you making sure he gonna see you. Now you better play it where you don't make out of eye contact, because we say to ourselves, she did that on purpose. So you gotta be pretty. This is a game, I know, but you gotta make it. You gotta make yourself known. I didn't say you gotta go up to him. Hey, my name is Moquisha. How you doing? Because he gonna be like, this chick is crazy. But you, at that point, you don't know if you ever gonna see this man ever again. Well, if you, yeah, well, I mean, listen, no, 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 no. I know I go hard. Pause on sometimes about the way we are as far as our physicality. All of us are working on that. I didn't actually drop some pounds myself, but you got an endowment somewhere. If you don't have it in your butt, you got it in your breast. If you don't have it in your breast, you got it in your hips. If you don't have it in your hips, you got it in your lips. If you don't have it in your lips, you got it in your hair. If you don't have it in your hair, then you got it in the way you carry yourself and the way you smell. Let me tell you something. If you walk by a man and your perfume hitting on something, we gonna turn and look. We be like, yo, what was that? That works for us too, ladies. Trust me. And you can't get the Bath and Body Works. That junk is gone before you leave the house. Get you some real good perfume. Walk by that dude, he gonna remember it. But you got an endowment somewhere. Trust me, there is no. If you're a woman that don't look much, you don't have good. Your hair ain't put together. You have no butt. You have no chest. I don't know what to tell you, baby. I don't know what to tell you, but I have yet to see somebody that ain't got something. No, it's all how you carry it. It's all how you carry yourself. And every time you leave that door, every time you leave your house, you need. If you are single and you want a man, every time you leave the house, you should be like, today is the day I meet him. Today, and you need to have that mindset when you walk out that door. Today is the day I meet him. That means every day you leave that house, you need to make sure that you looking the part, because you never know who you gonna run into in the most mundane places. You going up the street to Walgreens, don't have a bonnet on. I mean, I understand you trying to, especially I live right by CVS, so I might jump on. I ain't never gonna wear no gray jogging pants. I've been told I'm gonna die. But if I was to wear jogging pants, or I don't even own jogging pants, but if I wore something, even me, I'm a man, and I'm still gonna make sure, my hair is throw a sponge in there or whatever, and go, I'm at least make, because even if you are with somebody, or you are single, or you whatever, you still representing somebody, even if that somebody is you. So every time you leave the house, you got to be something on something. Don't be like the rest of these people going to Walmart looking like you. Come on now. Every day you leave, you got to look like that. And so back to the gas station scenario. This man look nice car. Most of us, when we pumping our gas, most of the time I'm usually talking, or listening to sports radio, or going over a song in my head, or whatever. Pause, and I would never notice you. So you got to do something. Bonnets and pajamas are just terrible. Absolutely, B. They absolutely are terrible. And here's the thing, ladies. If you are endowed and you single, you every single time you come out that house, you need to make sure that thing's jiggling and wiggling, because we're gonna see that. If you got breasts, I ain't say you gotta be out here thotting, but you gotta wear something to accentuate, because we gonna see you. That's all I'm saying. We gonna see you. And we can have a conversation with you and then know, yo, she bad and she smart, yo. This a keeper. And for an average earning man, somebody making $100,000 a year, that's when your degrees count. That's when your businesses count. That's when your jobs count. She's smart, she's beautiful, and she got a job. I don't have to struggle. We can build together. Oh, that's a winner. For a man that means something, for any good man. Now, if you dealing with somebody that's beautiful with a big dick, then that's all you're gonna get. You're gonna get a good orgasm and broke pockets. It'd be easier for you to get an escort. That's all I'm saying. You might as well just get an escort if you're gonna pay for beauty and sex. Okay? So, having said that, make yourself known. We can actually have fun with that. How are we gonna do that, ladies? How you gonna make yourself known to a man that you want? How you gonna do that? How you gonna do it? No. Mm-mm. I'm just saying. I gotta be frank with y'all, because it's far too long people pander, and they lie, and they tell you what you want to hear. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. Average dudes, regular everyday dudes who do things and got money, or not got money, but got careers and stuff. Me, hey, you got something in your lips. Me, what? Kiss me. Lord, You know what? Limitless. You all right. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I'm sure it would work for a man, but I don't think that would work for a man doing that to a woman. I wish I would walk up to a woman and say some junk like that. My lips would be on the ground. She'd smack the best out of me. Whack! That'd be it. I don't do that. But I'm glad y'all joined me. We had a good time tonight. I wasn't trying to be too long. How long I've been on here? Hour 28 minutes too long. I want to be on here an hour, but we had so much fun, man. Next time I am gonna open up this. I'm gonna open it up where you can call in or be on live with me and we can talk about these things. 911. Oh Lord, Limitless, you are on one today. That's funny. But next time I'm gonna open up. Next week we will be talking about but we'll be talking about but next week. But you saying what is but? When men, it's like when I ask women, would you date a man that makes less than you? It's well, I would, but it's that but thing. And I want to know what that but is. Why is there a but? Why you can't would you just accept a man for who he is? Because we do know all these people that say but he got to do this, but he got to do that. Would you we need to talk about that because that's another burning discussion we need to have because a lot of people feel like we need to date you with conditions, but we have to accept you with the way you are. Is there unfair? Do men feel like that's fair? Hmm. That's going to be a good one, y'all, because these discussions, believe it or not, it's going to bring enlightenment for a lot of women and help you see that maybe you can look at yourself and say, what am I doing that's wrong? That maybe it's something I'm doing. Or maybe I just need to improve on what I'm doing. Maybe I'm going in the right direction. But I'm the men that I'm meeting, they all a certain way. They always end up the certain way. So we're gonna work this thing together, ladies, and we're gonna make sure. And now when we start applying these things and it work, my cut is 20%. I agree with you. I agree with you, Antonio. I agree with you. Y'all read this. This is good. He said it's fine if women approach, but her posture is everything. Once you get his attention, let him pursue you. Be confident and intelligent. Most men are hunters and pursuers. Real men, LaQuisha, I, listen, there are a lot of LaQuishas, Bonquishas, Aquishas, Aquililas, and every kind of profane name. If you live in America, you've heard all these names. We got the freakiest. I mean, it's women out here that name their children after drinks. I mean, I go hard. I can listen, some horror stories out here. But anyway, that's my goal. My goal is to use this channel not to just do music. Y'all hear me do music all the time. I'm going to talk about music and everything. But let's do this. Let's have conversations, real adult conversations about something that really we need to improve on. A confident man is everything. Define confident. Define that for the fellas. A lady says a confident man is everything. Define that for me. What does that mean to you? Define confident real quick, Limitless, before we go, because I want to know. And a lot of men want to know when a woman says a man should be confident. A lot of time that's left with so much ambiguity. I would like to know what that means. Yeah, bring a friend. And listen, bring a friend because one thing I agree: the more input people have, the better off. These conversations really don't because we spend so much time battling. Real men do this, posted by a woman. Real women do this, sometimes posted by men. I haven't seen many, but I've seen them. But real men, no. Real men and real women, they talk to each other and they come and they understand which each side is coming, what they mean. So you can get a better result. You can get better outcomes for you and you can move on with somebody that, hey, I didn't know we agree. Have y'all ever had this conversation with somebody you had a real knockdown drag out on Facebook, right? Then y'all took it to the inbox. And once y'all started going back and forth and having a dialogue like adults instead of children on Facebook, you realize Y'all really said the same thing, just different ways. And y'all needed to have that conversation. So now the bridge, that gap is bridged. It's been closed. Because now we got a common ground here and we can build on that. Man, if I had $1 for every time that happened to me, I'd be rich. Because we so busy going back and forth and bickering. But nobody wants to have these burning conversations that can help us improve. A lot of men always have negative things to say about themselves. Yeah, self-deprecating. Yeah, that's another tactic that we use. I agree because I don't know why we do that though. What up, Josh? I don't know why we do that. That's something that I maybe we want to expose our weaknesses to you to give you a jump so you can understand, uh have some sympathy for us. Some people use it for sympathy tactics. Um, I don't know why we do that. I used to be self-deprecating. I don't know why they do that. I just don't. Men and women do that. I agree, Miss Lynn. Men and women do that. And I would hope that we would stop. I mean, it's okay to express your flaws, but being like somebody said, being assertive, pretty much going after, not going up to you and talking, that's cool. Oh, me and Antonio, I might need to have you on here. You spitting some gems, bro. That's right. Comfortable with it. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. I agree. But women, do y'all like it? What about if they overconfident? I've noticed that men who have been told their whole life that they're ugly, they're the most less confident. Men who have been told that they fine, y'all use that. He fine. You know, them men, they don't have a problem approaching women because they know, quote unquote, that they fine. So the people that are not good lookers, how do they approach you? I found that they the ones that use the pickup lines the most. Actually, don't think people say too much too soon. Okay, I would like for you to expound on that. But yeah, this is the topic today. Pickup lines. Next week, now ugly men got courage. No, ugly men got boldness. They don't. They just throw stuff out there. They know it ain't gonna stick. They don't really believe that it's gonna work for them. They've dated enough hoes to for it work for them. But for the most part, no woman that I'm friends with, it will never work for them because they don't go for that. And I mean, some of them dated some barbarians out here, and it's crazy. They be like, "Well, I dated ugly dudes and they cheated on me too." Well, they do. You ever been in a club and ugly men got hurt? They got hurt. Yeah. Like I said, they'll throw it out there. They think you buy you drinks and stuff like that. Buy drinks is the oldest pickup line in clubs, though. That's a pickup line within itself. Yeah, I'm gonna buy you. Let me buy you a drink, girl. Man, no. Yeah, let me buy you a drink. And I never knew why that worked. I mean, does that work too? Buy drinks, does that work? Does that get you to say, "Oh, he bought me a drink. I'm gonna go out on a date with him"? Does that work? Now that much I don't know. You know many broke, ugly men that have beautiful wives. I don't know none. I don't know no broke. I know no broke, ugly men with wives. I know none. I know none. Not with beautiful wives. They got wives, beautiful wives. No, 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 no. Because the beautiful wife got options, and she ain't gonna waste her time on somebody like that, unless of course she got drunk and got a baby with him. Then she felt like, oh, it's my duty to stay. Others are willing. I agree. I agree. People with meeting them and then their whole history. There's nothing else to learn or discover or base yourself is everything. That's true too. Why y'all wait till I'm jumping off to drop these dams? Y'all gonna make me mad. Y'all gonna make me mad. Yeah, women are different on your end. Hey, ugly dudes. Pop dudes, barbarians. You need to go where Limitless lives and find these beautiful women. Because in America, they getting towed down. You getting turned down. You need to go all the way. Where you from, Limitless? You from Canada? Where you from? Because you can't be in America. Not here. No, the only because Flavor Flav getting chicks because he got money. That's the reason why Flavor Flav getting Flavor Flav got a whole lot of women out here. There are no broke men in America. They don't get beautiful women here. No. They may slide up and slide a roofie or get drunk with one and then things take off or whatever, but most of the time they don't get no play over here unless you got money. Only because he got money. You right. You're right. I ain't gonna disagree with you. Oh, you from Guyana? Oh, nah, that ain't playing here, sweetheart. No, here in America, if you ain't got no money, you ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing. They go by, hey, baby, let me get your money. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. You ain't getting nothing here unless you got money. Not in America. That's the only way that work. Transparency comes with curse. A man and a woman have to develop trust in you. We could talk about transparency. I think that's probably Will and Jada's biggest obstacle. I'm not gonna talk about it. I said I wasn't, but that's their biggest obstacle. When to be transparent and to whom. Transparency, whew, that's a tough pickle, man, especially for men. I don't yeah, we definitely need to do about that. Yeah, we definitely need to do something about talk about that one. Transparency is a tough pickle because it's like when do you be transparent? And for a man, it's kind of harder for some of us, not all of us, for some of us to be transparent because we don't know what you're gonna do with it once you know that. Hmm. And it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult because like it's some stuff that I could share, and do I know you gonna keep it even after if something happened to us? Because one thing I know about American women, when we break up, it's no holds barred. Y'all go hard in the paint. Y'all got all this dirt. Y'all like, oh, chapter one, you go chapter two. So for a man to be transparent with you, for me, I don't know. That's I don't know. D, don't give up your chocolate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna give him out. I got a whole laundry list of stuff that we gonna talk about. But next week is butt. We need to talk about butt because I remember I went live a long time ago when I was talking about would you date a man that make what significantly less than you? And a lot of man, I actually did a survey, and y'all don't know this. I actually do surveys. I actually, when I go to the mall, when I'm out with people, I ask them questions. Men, I ask men questions. I did a poll on men: would they date a woman if she wasn't physically attractive? I, you know, I did polls, and I do good sample pools. I think if you really want to get a sample pool, you get 100 people. If you can get 100 people, you can just about guesstimate what that sample pool is representation of the whole community. So if you get a good sample pool like I do, I try to get no less than 100. Sometimes it's more, but I just ask them random questions about something I'm about to cover. So the stuff that I come with when I say men, I'm usually bringing something. What percentage of no did you get? B, you already know that. It was high. Percentage of no. Hold on, I got it here. I think it was well over 70%. I think it was closer to 80. It was 80% no. And I think it was I remember it's close to 80% no. And I know it was yes, and there was some stipulations, and then the other ones that I believe they were just capping. I think they were just capping. No, seriously. Yeah, she keep me on point. Tony on one. She like, don't give away all your topics. No, we not gonna do that. We stand on this. But yeah, I did get a high percentage of men that didn't want to date women that weren't attractive. That wasn't attractive to them. Like they just didn't want to. Over here, women. Wait, what? Well, they do that in America too. These women pay bills to the Madden King. That's why I call him the Madden King. He sit at home. He plays football all day. He doesn't work. Yeah, they do it because you got with this man that was eye candy and pleasing you sexually, but he had nothing else to offer. But the man king. You know what, Tony? I'm. Woo! You better be lucky you don't live here. I promise you, because I'll. Woo, no, I just, don't do this to me, Tony. But no, I am gonna go. I am gonna go. She tried me. You see this, Miss Lynn? You see this? She how you know I'm from a black church? You don't even shout. You know what? She ain't even saved for real. She ain't saved for real. Nope. But anyway, I'm gonna jump off of here. Next week we do buy. Next week we do buy. I'm open. If you want to give me a subject, just let me know. If you on Facebook, hit my inbox. If you're on Instagram, my what's my Instagram name? If you know my Instagram name, could you please post it for me? I think it's at Dr. Crazy Riffs. I think it's Dr. Crazy Riffs on Instagram. I do want to hear from you. This thing will not work without you. It only works if you guys are part of it, okay? And let's build this thing up. Let's men are visual first, but men want more. And in closing, wait, should I tune you up? Should I tune you up, Antonio? But anyway, let's get out of here, y'all. I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you for spending time with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell. I love LeBron. Okay, bye, Antonio. I'm going for real now. Bye, y'all. Antonio messed it up.